Most people spend their days trying to outrun a quiet fear. Sometimes it's a whisper, sometimes a scream, but it always says the same thing. Life is passing, and one day it ends. Irvin D. Yalom, world-renowned psychiatrist and storyteller, invites us not to avoid this fear, but to look straight at it, to stare at the sun, and in doing so, discover a more vibrant, meaningful, awakened way to live. His book is not just theory. It's filled with decades of raw human experience, therapy room confessions, emotional awakenings, and the timeless question, how do we live knowing we will die, and what viewers gain at the end? A deeper courage, a more grounded approach to life, and tools to break free from invisible fears that quietly sabotage joy, ambition, and connection. Personally, what makes this book stand apart is Yalom's storytelling. Intimate, warm, and deeply human. Most books about mortality are philosophical or clinical. This one breathes. It feels like sitting with a wise mentor who has spent his life studying what truly matters when nothing else can be hidden. Let's ease smoothly into the lessons. Rich, human, emotional, and practical. Lesson 1. The fear we never speak about. If you don't face your fear, it will choose how you live. Yalom begins with the uncomfortable truth. Much of human anxiety, avoidance, procrastination, and self-sabotage stems from unconfronted death anxiety, but not in a dramatic way, in subtle ways. Avoiding risks, clinging to routine, fearing change, chasing status for meaning, staying in unfulfilling environments, numbing uncomfortable thoughts. He shows that this fear is universal, whether acknowledged or buried. But here's the twist. Facing the fear doesn't destroy you, hiding from it does. When you acknowledge your finite life, your priorities reorder. You stop wasting time. You stop waiting for permission. You start living real life. Viewpoint. A woman who spent years stuck in a corporate job confessed during therapy that she wasn't afraid of failing. She was afraid of dying without ever trying. Once she named that fear aloud, she left the job within 3 months and started the small bakery she always dreamed of. Today, she calls that moment the day I finally woke up. Lesson 2. The power of rippling. Your life outlives you. What if your impact continues long after you're gone? Yalom introduces the profound idea of rippling, the waves your actions create that spread far beyond your lifetime. A kind word, a lesson taught, a child you influenced, a life you touched. These ripples continue and continue and continue. This reframes the fear of death. Instead of fearing the end, you begin to see your life as ongoing influence. Your impact becomes your immortality. Real-life viewpoint. A retired teacher once told Yalom, "I thought my life meant little until former students started writing to me decades later." Her ordinary life had shaped thousands. Every student she helped carried a ripple into their own families and communities. Lesson 3. Authenticity, the ultimate antidote to fear. Fear shrinks when the real you shows up. Yalom argues that one reason death anxiety silently grows is because many people live inauthentically, pleasing others, suppressing their desires, living someone else's script. When you live authentically, you accept your desires, speak your truth, break false expectations, set healthier boundaries, make brave decisions. And as you do, death anxiety shrinks because you finally feel like you're living a life worth living. Real life. Viewpoint. One of Yalom's patients realized she spent 40 years being the nice girl, never saying what she really felt. When she finally began asserting herself, ending draining friendships, pursuing art again, she said, "I feel lighter, like the fear doesn't own me anymore." Lesson 4. Confrontation creates clarity. Running from discomfort only expands it. Yalom insists that emotional confrontation, speaking honestly about fear, regret, desire, and mortality, is a powerful tool for clarity. Whether it's confronting an unsatisfying job, a decaying relationship, a dream you've delayed, a truth you've avoided, honest confrontation forces a breakthrough. Avoidance keeps you stuck. Confrontation frees you. Real-life viewpoint. A man avoided talking about his failing marriage for years. When he finally confronted the truth, with deep honesty, no blame, Both partners admitted they had been lonely for a decade. That conversation, though painful, helped each of them rebuild a new life that felt honest, healthy, and alive. Lesson 5. The present moment is your anchor. The fear of tomorrow steals the life you have today. Much of death anxiety arises from living in the future. What if this happens? What if I lose everything? What if time runs out? Yalom shows that returning to the present, really sinking into the moment, softens fear beautifully. He encourages grounding techniques, mindful breathing, simple pleasures, emotional presence, meaningful conversations. Savoring the ordinary, the present moment becomes a refuge. Real-life viewpoint. A stressed entrepreneur who constantly thought about future failure was asked, "What moment today did you actually enjoy?" He paused, then mentioned watching his son play with Legos. That moment, simple and unplanned, became his daily anchor, reducing anxiety and reconnecting him to what matters. Lesson 6. Regret is a teacher, not a prison. Regret hurts, but it also guides. Regret is often tied to mortality, missed chances, lost opportunities, paths not taken. Yalom says regret should be listened to, not feared. Regret teaches you what you truly value, where you held back, what you still can change, where your real desires lie. Instead of drowning in regret, you transform it into direction. Real-life viewpoint. A man who regretted never reconnecting with his estranged brother finally reached out after 15 years. The conversation was awkward, but healing. One step, one message, one reconnects. That action dissolved years of emotional weight. Lesson 7. Therapy is not about fixing you, it's about freeing you. You don't need to be broken to need healing. Yalom's unique approach to therapy is deeply human. It's about connection, presence, and shared humanity. He believes therapy works not because of techniques, but because of openness, empathy, genuine conversation, unfiltered honesty. Facing mortality becomes easier when done with someone who walks beside you. Real life. Viewpoint. A grieving mother once said that what healed her most was not advice, but simply having someone sit with her through the pain. It felt like the fear had space to breathe, she said. Staring at the sun is ultimately a reminder. The goal is not to escape fear, but to live so fully that fear loses its power. To be awake, to be present, to be real, to leave something behind that matters, to live a life you are proud to be living. What part of this summary struck you the most? Do you fear death? Do you avoid thinking about it? What lessons resonate with where you are in life right now? Share your thoughts in the comments. This community is all about exploring deeper truths and becoming better, wiser humans together. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you check out other summaries on the summary shelf where we explore life-changing ideas without wasting your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video that could shift your entire perspective. Stay tuned. More powerful summaries are on the way.